was all right. I think I'm done with that. Okay. Okay, now that I'm done with that, let's I think it's about time I talk to Katie. She's been... Hi, Beef. She's kind of been doing her own thing, but I've been meaning to talk to her for kind of a while now. But I've just been so busy. She's probably at her house, so let's go there. I've been needing to talk to her. I think she's working on her basement. As far as I know, that's what she's been working on. She's been working on this basement for a while. I haven't looked through it much. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. It's a lot. Oh, there she is.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Kat.
Hi. What's up? How are you?
Doing well. I feel like we've been in the same place, but we haven't really introduced ourselves.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I've been extremely busy.
Oh no, me too. This looks awesome, by the way. What exactly are you working on here?
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm building a kind of like a museum, I would call it. You know, I've met a lot of people, talked to a lot of different origins, and I want to give tribute to that. I've met so many people, and so I'm building some monuments to really represent their traditions and cultures of all these different origins.
Oh, that's
'cause I feel like people don't do that enough.
that's really awesome. Actually, I didn't know about that. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I've the only building I've worked on is my castle. I'm sure you've seen it. But this is
fantastic. I love it.
This is awesome. Wow. It's a spider on the wall. That's cool. So
it's still in the progress. Don't mind the floor.
No. It looks great. I'm sure it's gonna continue to look great. I wanted to come to talk to you because we haven't exactly spoken, and we're both Elytrians.
Yeah, we are.
So well, here's the thing. I've never met any Elytrians outside my home country. So I was kind of just wondering, where exactly are you from, Katie?
Oh, well, I mean, I've lived all over. I've traveled for my entire life, really. That's how I know about all these origins and know everyone's cultures. I've lived in different places all the time, traveling from city to city, country to country. And you know, it's been a really long time since I've met another Elytrian.
Yeah, me too. What's with Salo? For me, I just kind of ended up here when I traveled a little bit. I kind of ended up here, and I met Salo, and they were nice enough to let me live here. Was that kind of the case for you, or?
I mean, kind of. No, I hear that a lot from a lot of the people I've met at the ravine. Salo and I go way back.
Oh.
We've been old friends for a while. I know
okay.
I see them every once in a while when I travel, but I've never really, seen them stay anywhere for longer than just a little bit of time. So when I saw them build a house for the first time ever, it feels like, and settle down and meet some people, I figured I would see what's up.
Okay, I didn't know that you knew them before. Yeah, I'm really appreciative that they let me stay here, at least if it's only for a bit. I don't know if it's gonna be a permanent thing here or what. But
I'm sure they won't kick you out.
Yeah, I hope not. You said you traveled before you came here. What was that? What was that like?
Yeah, I've, as long as I've been alive, I've been moving around, finding different countries, finding different cities, meeting people. I've done a lot of interviews and really deep dives into different cultures, like the Arachnids here, who I'm building a monument to right now. They're huge fans of like their self-isolation and really just harnessing their own skills. They don't really live in packs like a lot of other
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
do. The Shulks are kind of similar. I've only met like 2 or 3.
Gotcha.
So I'm really excited to talk to more. And like obviously Elytrians and everything like that. Met a bunch of them.
Right. We've got a couple here.
Elytrians, I surprisingly, even being the Elytrian I am, haven't really talked to too many of those, especially recently. Yeah, the last time I really saw anyone was like a couple years ago. I was living in a human country with a bunch of Elytrians actually, but it got kind of icky. There was a lot of fighting, a lot of pain, a lot of danger that was really clear that was there. So me and a couple people, we we got out of there and kept on our travels because it was scary living there.
Gotcha. That sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that. You said it was a few years ago. I guess it would have been too long ago. Never mind. I just thinking to myself. But yeah, I also haven't met any Elytrians outside my home country.
Yeah, where are you from? I wanna learn about you.
So yeah, my story is actually kind of similar to what you mentioned about the human country. There was a country of humans long ago, and there were a few Elytrians that lived there, but like your story, they didn't live safe lives. They weren't considered people by the humans of that country. The humans would kind of hunt and kill them, the Elytrians that lived in that country. And in many cases, the humans would remove the wings of the Elytrians, and they would wear the Elytrian wings from themselves. And that was kind of a big deal that was happening at the time. Mm-hmm. And the Elytrians were often able to fly away to avoid danger, but if they were caught, they were as good as dead. Us Elytrians, we have fragile bodies. It's not difficult to kill us if we're defenseless. But in that country, over the years, many Elytrians fled the country, though that wasn't exactly safe either. It was illegal for Elytrians to leave. And if they were caught, they were given the death sentence and their wings were taken. I'm sorry, this is a lot to drop, but it is something I wanted to talk about with you. But eventually, enough Elytrians did defect from the country, and they formed their own country actually on a nearby island, and they named it Elytria. It was a country that was Elytrian only. It was Elytrian led, and so they named it Elytria. And there was no more bloodshed, no more threat of violence from the humans. And for a while, it was a safe haven. It was a paradise. They were free from. They were free from the oppression. Yeah, but it didn't take long for the humans to find out about that country, and when they did, they immediately declared war on the island. They claimed that they wanted to take control of the island, but I mean we all knew that they really just wanted control of the Elytrians. That war lasted several decades, and it's kind of the only history our country ever really knew. So
what happened?
Well, so I was born during that war, right, in Elytria, on the island. I don't think I was any older than 14 when I joined the military in the war effort, as most 14-year-olds did in Elytria. I fought for, I think, 6 years before the war ended. It was a very bloody and difficult war. But towards the end, I think it lasted a total of, I want to say 4 decades, and I fought for maybe the last 6. That sounds about right, I think. And towards the end, the humans managed somehow to gain the upper hand, and they kicked us out of our homeland. I had to leave behind a lot of my friends and family. We kind of escaped in a frenzy, and I lost them in the confusion. I'm sorry, this is heavy, but I did want to ask you if you knew anything about it. It's been about a year since the war ended, and I've just been traveling little by little since, and eventually I ended up here at the ravine, and Salo was nice enough to let me stay here. This is kind of the first time I've settled down since the war ended. It's been hard to get out of the war mindset, quote unquote. I guess it's all I've ever really known is running and fighting, and I guess I have to learn how to relax. I keep thinking to myself that I should have stayed on the island a bit longer. And all that confusion, maybe I could have saved a couple more lives, or I wouldn't have. If I had stayed a bit longer, maybe I wouldn't have gotten separated from everyone. Sorry,
No.
Yeah, I wanted to let you know about that. There are other Elytrian civilizations out there, I guess, seeing as you're here, or I guess, well, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that's my story.
Kat, I'm so sorry that happened.
No, it's all right. It was a while ago.
But you were saying that I'm getting caught between this. So you saying there was a country that was only Elytrians?
Yeah. It was called Elytria. We live in an island. It was really nice for a while. From what I heard, I didn't really experience anything except the war, honestly.
That sounds. I mean, obviously, despite the horrific war, but that just sounds so nice to be with your own people and have that community surrounding you. I would have loved that. Wow. But you're saying that human country.
Yeah,
the things you're saying about that.
Yeah.
With the de-winging and the laws.
Yeah.
That sounds very similar to what I went through. Of where I came from at that time.
Wait, you mean you've been there? Like that you were in that?
I think that's where I live.
Oh my god. Wait, but
I didn't know that people fled together. It was just me and like 2 other people who got separated from a bigger group of Elytrians that fled. I didn't know everyone fled together into a country and stayed together. I didn't know that. That sounds so amazing.
Wait, hold on. Wait, okay, so you knew about the human country, but you didn't know about Elytria? Okay, wait.
No, I'd never heard of that. I wish I could have seen it.
Wait, that doesn't make... That was like 80 years ago when Elytria was formed. That was at least 80, that was maybe 100 years ago. Are you... Katie, how old are you?
A cat never ask a woman her age.
Sorry, but I mean, it's just... That's a bit baffling to me. I
have lived a life, and I'm continuing to live that life. And a couple years here or there, I feel like numbers don't mean much. Years don't mean much. Time is a little bit longer for me than it is for other people.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Sorry I asked about your age, I guess.
I'm joking.
Okay.
I don't know my age. That's why I can't answer that.
Oh.
It's been too long.
Well, that's fine.
I'm at least a couple years.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Well, I'm glad I told you that. I'm glad we could connect on that a bit. There is another thing I actually wanted to talk to you about. I was thinking about building a little village behind my castle, and that's actually part of the reason why I started the castle. I wanted to, seeing as Elytria got destroyed, I kind of wanted to see if I could rebuild well, not rebuild Elytria. Obviously, I could never match anything Elytria came to, because it was magnificent. But I mean, I was just thinking maybe I could build a small village behind my castle, and it would be a little safe haven for Elytrians, and maybe you'd want to help me with that. I was wondering if you'd be interested in that at all.
That sounds like a great idea. I don't think that's right for me. Staying in one place for a long period of time is hard enough. I don't really think that I'm suited for the village life. I think I'm suited much better for these monuments. There's no one in charge of them, or there's no politics involved. There's no war. There's no chance of corruption. I think the idea of that scares me too much, and I'd rather just. I think it's a great idea, and I would love to witness that for you, and I would love to encourage you in any way I can, but I just don't think it's right for me to put energy into something that I'm not gonna be 100% there for. So I want you to be able to do that, and I think you'll do a great job of building your village and creating that safe haven. But I don't think that's right for me.
Okay. Yeah.
But I will say if you wanted to help something with me and like join in a little project as well, I have some projects.
Oh. Okay.
I know this basement is going to be fun and all the Origins, but there's no Elytrian monument because this is for other people. But I want something for us Elytrians and to represent our culture that I haven't experienced in forever. So I'm going to be building an Elytrian monument for us and who we are as a Origin. Would you want to join me in that?
Oh my, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'd love to. I think it's nice that you mentioned that you're not going to have an Elytrian base in here, and I think it's fitting. We Elytrians don't really belong underground, I guess. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't expect you to help with a village. That's a big project, and I completely understand your reasoning for not helping. That's all right. That is something I'm planning on doing, but I can do that by myself. And I'd be more than happy to help you with an Elytrian monument. That'd be awesome. I'd love this.
I would love for you to join me, and I would love to. I want you to keep me updated on what your village is like.
Oh sure, yeah, I will. Thank you for asking. Thank you for offering the Elytrian build. That sounds amazing.
Yes, of course.
So yeah, that's I think that's everything. This looks amazing. The Elytrian build sounds really cool. I'm gonna leave you to get back to working on this, and I've got something I've got to keep working on as well. I've been just so busy working on doing stuff.
Yeah, it's. I feel like work is keeping us very busy.
Yeah, but we should hang out more. We'll get building on that monument.
I would love to learn more about Elytria and where you're from. And,
oh, absolutely.
What our people are like. It's been so long.
Absolutely. Oh my God, I'd love to tell you about all that. That's awesome. Thank you for talking with me. I'm really glad I talked with you, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Whew. All right. Wow. Okay, that went really well. Oh my God. I was nervous about that. That went really well. I'm glad I talked with her. Oh man. I guess it's a bit disappointing that she didn't want to help with the village, but that's okay. I can't expect her to, help with that. And we'll work on the monument together. Actually, I want to just take a look. This is probably where I'd have the village, just in this area. Let's go on top here. I gotta clean it up a bit, and there's, you know, mountains and stuff, and some other buildings I gotta clean up and take care of. But I think this would be a good spot for the village, just behind the castle. It'd be nice and safe. I guess safety isn't something that I've had for a very long time. There's always, you know, the threat of danger. All I've really known is danger and war. But this is a new beginning. This is good. This is good. This is a nice place that doesn't. There's no danger here, at least from what I can tell. But if there is, nailed that. If there is danger, I'll be ready.